Okay. So what happened was last stream got cut off because of the network. So I set up another link and we're just going to go. We're going to go from there. Yeah, still on day 99. That hasn't changed. So this is where we stopped exactly. So I can select both and mirror to the other side. I think next stop is just making all that visuals into mesh. I'm gonna just join into one actually. Like there's no point of keeping it. Guys, just 1 second. Okay. So right here, face, we can insert easy, extrude this. I think I can extrude again and then scale this up like so. So I can now extrude backward. Where this connects to right now, I am not sure. But I do know, let me see where the back tires are. Let me see. Yep. Approximately the same spot. I think all of this needs to be reduced, but looks like we're at about the same spot at the second tire because that is where like this has to be rigged to, basically. It's a rotor. So I'm going to select this, go to the side, and I'm going to G like so, or maybe not G. I'm going to GX on the side. That's fire. So this part, I'm going to select this face, insert like so, and then I would extrude, but we're going to bring in this right here, closer to this point, and we're going to bring in a cylinder, which we're going to RX 90, and we can SY on that. So this, I think I want to bring this higher a little bit. So I can GY on that. And then we're going to have a little bit of connection from here upward. Let me see what I can maybe borrow for that. And I actually use. Let's see. You know what? Let's do this like so. Apply mirror. Bevel this all the way to this point. Extrude along normals. Frame selected. Bevel along normals. Right click, shade smooth. On this part, can delete this vertex. S shift Y, S shift X, scale down, select this. I want to bring cursor down to this point so I can spin this, but I don't know why it's not working. I'll do it like this instead. But this has to be same size. I don't think it's going to be actually. So I need that spin tool to work. Let's see. Spin tool. No. Shift. I was using control to do that. So that's cool. Right here, GX. That's cool. This is clipping this part. It's not supposed to be so at all. It is not supposed to be so. Doesn't mean I have to bring this down a little more. I think so. All of this needs to come down a little more. But we need to be careful so that it's not like scratching the ground or something like that. Delete. Easy. Yeah, it's too low. See, it's too low. It's already close to the ground. Like at this point, you're just going to destroy the vehicle. So I think I'm just going to do this. Select this, GZ. And then this follows accordingly. So this I can, let me see. What's this part for? All of this that I did here, I'm going to duplicate. Shift D, Z. And I would delete this entire part. Delete vertices. Let me see. I just hope this stream is still catching. Or still working rather. Okay. Still working. I did like an hour. No, I'm just going to use OBS to even time this. I'm going to use OBS to time this because, again, I said I wanted to do 2 hours, 30 minutes on this. I think I already did an hour, 12 minutes on the other. So I have like, I don't know, maybe an hour and a few minutes more. So yeah, this, I'm going to join into one mesh. And then I'll select all and GX over to this side. Move this to this side and I can flip this to the other side like so. So GX on this like so. I'm going to apply that mirror and RZ90. Yeah, that's cool. RZ90. Can G this down to this point. Scale up. And GX like so. So I like the look of that. This tire, I'm not okay with the tire. I'm not okay with this tire. I'm going to take out this part, and I think the array on this, I want to apply it, and then I'm going to Y. Let me see whether I can L select this entire thing. I can't, and it even makes sense to go around the whole mesh. So I'm going to undo that array. Yeah, and on this 1, 2, and then I'll isolate 1, 2. Let me see if I can extrude edges. No, I think I have to do one after the other. Extrude on the Y, and this extrude on the Y. So that's cool. I'll apply array, select all, and then I'll merge by distance. Right. So with this, I can select this one, Um, let me call back the whole thing so I know how I'm going to measure this. So I can, let's just scale down GY, and this is what we're looking at. So this part, I can GY on this, bevel, that's cool. So maybe I'm going to EX, GY a little bit, GY. I'm going to bevel that like so. And then this part, I'm also going to bevel like so. I think this, I'm going to bevel, and then this, I'm going to bevel differently also. Yep, I think I'm much more comfortable with this. The only thing is that the shape of the tire is a little too thick. Yeah, too thick. So I think what's causing it is this right here. I'm going to GY on this a little bit, and GY on this too, and then bevel. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I like this tire a lot more actually. So this one can, okay, no, that's good. I can right click. You know what? I'm going to turn off this mirror this to the other side. And I think all of these items too, I'm going to mirror to the other side. Shit. So with this, using this empty as mirror, ooh, what's going on? Apply, mirror. That's fire actually. That's way better than what I was doing before. So maybe I can add a general bevel to this, kind of make it softer. Cool. Cool. That's good. And yeah, we're achieving our aim a little bit of the under of the stroke. GY, EY. This, mirror. That's cool. This, mirror. I think that's good. I want to see something. I want to try something actually. Can we have something like a gear mechanism right here? So I can take all of this, Shift X or Shift Y rather. Yep, that's separated. And then I can check out the select on this one. I would extrude along the mouse, first of all. And then this, check out the select also. And then extrude. We are not necessarily like trying to make something that is visually right there, but so long as you feel like, oh, okay, it's good, then it's good. I'm going to undo that. And this one is going to be inserted and extruded inward. S Shift Y. Undo. Select more. Repeat. No. Repeat that. No. S Shift Y. That's cool. So flip and then flip. Perfect. Yeah, I'm getting close to the end of modeling the chassis area. Yeah, I think I am actually. But I want to look at some other things like maybe back here. I think back here needs a little more attention. So what I'm going to do, all of that I've modeled for the chassis, I'm going to copy and move to the top. I think I model this. Think all this right here. I think we have some knots to the side that I need to copy. And I'm going to isolate. So I think, well, we don't have everything. I was thinking we had everything. We don't have everything. So one thing that we do not have, very, very important, is this top. So I can isolate all of that. That's cool. A little bit of a detail that I saw right here is this. So I'm going to add that basically. So it's going to come in like so. Cube, scale down, GX, GY, SZ, scale down, GY. So this is cool. SZ, GZ, downward, SX, and let's say SY a little bit, GY. And then right here, I'll bevel, bring this down, bevel back to this point like so. But you know what? Maybe I want to do something like this instead, delete face, delete this face. No, yeah, delete this face. I think this face too, I want to clear out. Yep. So here and here, I can SX and can select this, select this. Apply scale, 1, 2, 1, 2. Bevel. And then I would auto smooth. I will bring it in solidify modifier actually. And that's cool. Solid stop goes all the way to the top. GY on that. GY. Apply scale. So on all of this, I'm going to shift the X, repeat, and then no. That's cool. There's a part of this chassis that I missed, and I'm going to go get it back. That's this rotor part. I'm going to go back in here, select, and isolate. So that's fire. There's another part again that I missed. That's this down. 1, 2, isolate. So that's cool. Right here. Unselect this whole thing. Yeah, that's cool. What else? Let me see. G. Yeah. I can shift D and Z this to the top all the way down here. Right? And then this, we can give this a different treatment. Yeah. So this part, we want to do something like this. Select all tops, all bottoms, pause, and then scale and Z. So that's cool. This I would choose Z. As a matter of fact, maybe I want to use the whole thing for that. Yeah, something like so. And isolate this, and from the side we are getting there. We're getting there visually actually. The only thing is that a lot more of the back is blocked off. Like if you look at this, just varying cutouts a little bit. So I'm going to start to think of like ways to like block that off. One way that I'm thinking, bringing in the cube, scale down, can SX on that, GS SX, and right here we're going to delete this vertex, and we're going to go all the way to the top. But at the top, we are going to have a loop around here. Going to have 1, 2, 1, 2. So all of this top parts, GZ downward. Then I can select this GZ. Then this face entirely is gone. GX, GZ, just like so. SY. Yeah. Think that's it. Think that is it, bro. Kind of have the weight that we're looking for, a little bit on that. And visually is fuller. I think tires, I need to duplicate some of these tires so this thing can start looking complete in a way. There's something that I think is missing. I'm going to delete this mirror. I'm going to delete the mirror on this too. And then I'm going to mirror this like so. Yep. I'm going to apply that bevel. No. I'm going to apply that mirror. In fact, all of that visual geometry, I'm going to join to a mesh and then join all of these tires into one. So I'm going to the right click. No, not right click. I'm going to use this empty as the mirror object and then mirror this to the other side. So we're good on this. This rotor that runs all the way down to this point, I want it to continue. So I can GX, bring this forward. We're going to go to the side view, see how it tracks. So I'm going to GY right here. And then I'm going to bring in the spin tool. And we're just going to spin this. Let's see if I'm somewhere around here. Nope. 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 Yeah. I think that place is good. GX right here. Select this, select this, select this. This, and delete vertices. So all of this top, I'm going to bring in cursor to this point. And whatever manipulation we did to the tires on this side for it to make sense, for example, this doesn't make sense. GZ on this. 1, 2, copy those, come to the front view. I'm going to shift DX on those, SX minus 1, and yep, GX, SY. Tires, the face. Extrude outward, like so. Extrude once, insert, and then extrude again. So we have that. I'll select bolts and GX. Bam. Right here, I'll select this, extrude along normals. Okay, I think the mirror is on this side, that's why. But you know what? Let me apply both mirror. Copy. I need to go back here and see. Oh, I'm not destroying something. Okay. Mirror, apply mirror. So chassis on this side looks meh, but on this side, fuller, better, looks like it has more weight to it. So I am I'm going to first of all, let me just first of all move these tires. Like I keep saying, I'll move it. So I can shift DX, tire to this side, shift DX, tire to this side. So those are good. I can take out the holding tires that we had there. I like this. This is way better than I thought. These two, I'll select this, and on the side, I would shift DX, move that. That's good. Next up, I think I should start thinking of how I'm going to mirror the middle part of this. So the middle part of this is looking good. This garbage part is going to be a little more taxing than I thought, but it is not. I believe so. I trust so, and I really hope so. Oh my god! 1 second, guys, please. 1 second. I'll be with you guys like shortly, shortly, shortly. Guys, I want to make a call. I will be back shortly. I need to make a call. And yeah, when the thought of placing a call came in, I knew that immediately I was done with Charles, I was going to call. But then, immediately I done with Charles, I rested a little bit and came on to stream. And then I was like, yo, you said you were going to call your mom. What's going on? So I just said, let me just use the opportunity to. So you see what I'm thinking of something around this side, yeah? There's something I see in trucks that I feel like acts as some kind of a support for down here. And it looks something like this. It looks like a cube. Yeah, like so. If I can remember, I think it has a divide around here. And then this extrudes like so. And then there's a divide on this side too. But this divide is beveled and is extruded inward like so. This part also, like this face and then this face, can S shift Z. And what's going to happen is that with some screws down here, this is going to serve as not just a cushion to hold the truck, but the truck is in motion, it's moving forward, it's moving backward. There's a lot of load on this compartment of the truck. So if it's going forward with the initial velocity of the truck, and when this truck stops abruptly, this still has that the same initial velocity. So that forward push, how are we going to control that? So with a plate like this, I think having to serve as, okay, holding, when it moves forward, I can pull back and try to balance that out. You notice that when this truck stops, most of the time, it doesn't just stop like a sedan. It has like a forward overshoot, and then it comes back, and then it relaxes. I think this plate right here, they kind of help to do that. So I think I'm going to employ that in this my own truck right here. I'm going to bring in, closer to this point, I'm going to bring in cylinder. Where is cylinder? Oh no, maybe I can even use a UV sphere, switch things up a little bit. But will the UV sphere work? No. Cylinder, because I think it can go all the way through and hold the plates. Okay, no, we don't want it to go all the way through. There's something like a friction thing down here. So I think right here I can SZ, GZ, I can bring in a cylinder, I can set this to 6, scale down all the way, SZ, S shift Z, like so, SZ, and then GZ. So I can right click, shade smooth, GZ, like so. I can join this, right click, shade auto smooth, and then bevel, like so. Shift DX, 1, repeat. I can scale this, GX. That's cool. I'll go to the top view right here, select all of this, Shift D, R90, and GX on this. So that's cool. Scale up, GX. With this done, I can flip. Nope. I'm going to apply all transforms. Right click, bring origin to geometry. Right click. Oh no, what's going on with this side? So this, I'm going to move into a different mesh. Right here, flip. That's cool. I can select all of that, apply visuals to mesh, and then GZ. GZ. What's going on here? I want to mirror this. You know what? Maybe I can just select both, apply mirror, come down here. Oh no, I want to apply mirror on both actually. Come down here, select all of this, GZ. Right here, maybe I want to join all of that into one. Yeah, so this is going to be distributed across like so. So on the side view of the truck, I think we're already having something that looks amazing. So GZ a little bit, that's cool. I like that. I'm thinking that means this entire truck load is rested on this thing. I don't think that's a realistic load distribution. I don't know, engineer. I don't think there are anybody on my stream, but like that doesn't look like a good load distribution at all. So could I shift D Y? But then all the whole work we have done on this side is just going to go. GZ. Oh man, I don't want to do this. I do not want. I promise you, because it's going to take away from the detail that we have worked on. But this is a better load distribution, I think. So if that is going to be a better load distribution, maybe I want to do that instead of trying to make sure we have good aesthetics, you know. So maybe on the side back here, I can shift the Y down to the side. Yeah, that's good. But then we're starting to cover a lot of the details, actually. A lot of the details is being covered. Right around here. Here's, I can SY. That's cool. GZ. Let's see. Wait, wait. There are some things here that I'm missing. Oh my god. There's some details here that are like missing, and I don't know what's. What about? Yeah. There are some very, very key details that are missing right here. Did I hide them or what? What? Is it behind? Oh my god. I think I still remember this detail, but the thing is that I don't like the fact that it actually disappeared. It doesn't make sense. I'm not sure I deleted. If that disappeared, then maybe I deleted it. But like, when did I delete it? And I didn't know. Made that center. That's cool. I can come to the side view. Let's do this again. GX EX. I can select this EX all the way to this point. Select all, Shift D on the Z. Maybe repeat that. I can Shift D, Z, just like so. But this one, we want to EY basically. So focus on this and then EY all the way in. So we have this. I can apply scale. I want to convert to a curve and then add some depth to that. That's cool. GC. Shift D. Let's see. RY 180. GX. GX. Right click. Shade smooth. Add one. EY. That's cool. Frame selected. GZ. I think this has to go. All right. I'm good. All of this is now hidden, but I can Shift D and no. Shift D and Z are Y 180. SX -1. GX. GZ. Can take these both cylinders and or canisters and GX. All right. All right, all right, all right. I think the mirroring part of this is just going to be very, very confusing for me. I won't even lie to you. The mirroring part of this is going to be very, very taxing because I don't even know what is mirrored already, what already has a mirror on it. Like, oh man. And it looks like I have to go like one by one to mirror it. So this is going to be, let's see. So I don't know how long I've done on stream right now, but let me see. I'm getting a little tired. This is almost an hour. So this is cumulatively like 2 hours. So I basically have like about maybe less than 30 minutes more to go. Right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Feeling a little tired, but let's get through to the extra, few minutes that remain. I think the extra few minutes that remain, I'm going to use to figure out what needs to be mirrored to where. Like, I'm looking at all the details on this side. It is not on the other side at all. Like, all of this gas canister. I think these are the first culprits, actually. All of these gas canisters and pipes and all of these things needs to go to the other side. First of all, first things first. So I'm going to mirror with this. I think this also needs to be a part of it. These guard rails right here. Cool. Um, what is behind this? I don't think these things were mirrored. Oh, Jesus. I think I should have separated chassis from. Oh, what I've done from main body. But right now, it's just a whole jumble of nonsense. Anti-wall, more like anti-success. They need the way this needs to go. Maybe they need the wheelchair. Hmm. I don't think I agree with this entirely. The amount of knots we have there, it doesn't suggest something that moves. Like there's this thing that Chinese does to the building that helps with movement when there's an earthquake. With this amount of screws, I don't see any kind of movement happening here. So I think the amount of screws have to be reduced significantly, like a lot. As a matter of fact, maybe I would do something like this. Select one of the screws and then invert that and just take out everything else. Oh no. Let's do it on only this one. Delete vertices. So we have only one, which I would select G. No. Is there proportional editing made? I think that's what's happening. I can flip. That's cool. I'm going to flip on the Z, then apply the mirror. That's cool. All of this, I want to see if I can link object data. That's fire. Link object data. That's cool. So I think the more reduced version is so much more digestible. I like that more. What's next? What's next? Like up here, it's still pretty empty to me. Like this part, I do not know why. I think it has a lot of things to do with EY. EY once, EY again. Right click, shade auto smooth. Bring this in. That's cool. I can cover this part, I think. So I can EX1, SX0, SX0, and EX. All right. So we have garbage truck done. What's this? Let me see. Okay, that's cool. That is cool. Look at the Honda looking like a real. Oh my god. You drive this one, yeah, going off the rails, bro. Um, I think down here onto F to fill this. Yep. All right, I'm just going to take a shot for the gram and I'm going to be done. I'm tired, guys. Like, I'm really exhausted. Anti-world, more like anti-success. What song should I use? What song should I use? I think I've been messing with. Hmm. Hmm. Trying to think of some records that I've just been messing with of recent. French and Ross did a versus recently, and there were some songs that were coming up. I was like, "Oh, that used to be my song. That used to be my song." So I'm thinking of I'm thinking of some Just Blaze produced or some Justice League kind of record. I'm really thinking Aston Martin, but I don't know. I don't think I want to use that. Black just released a very, very good song with Ashake. So I think I want to use that actually. A very, very good record actually, like really good. And if that song is promoted well, that could be a hit song for Black because I don't even think that that's a Black record. I don't think that's a Black record at all. Like, in all honesty, it feels like an Ashake old record. Something I had in the talk, maybe something that him and Black has done a long time ago, and maybe Black is just releasing it right now. But it sounded really good, and yeah, I think that's what I'm going to use for. That's what I'm going to use for the story, and yeah, that's it. Day 99 done. Day 100 we're going to do tomorrow. I don't know when. Probably after service. If there is light like this, I would just get through to it. And we're going to be done with this. I think I said that texturing is going to be on stream. I think I said that. So if past day 90, I said day 90. If past day 100, we do not have enough time to texture, I'm just going to make a separate stream on texturing this basically. And yeah, that's all it's going to be. So yeah, thank you guys so much for rocking with me today. I think we did 2 hours and 17 minutes. A lot of the 2 hours and 17 minutes I spent on my phone replying text and just trying to call people. But I mean, I think we got a lot more than I thought done in this amount of time that we had. So yeah, shout out to everybody that rocked with me throughout the 100 days of this. I would not forget you guys. I would not, definitely not. Yeah. And when I said no, I won't forget you guys. I won't forget you guys in regards, freebies, hollering, and in case you need some help with something and all of that stuff. Like most def. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. Actually, I'm just seeing some things that needs to be fixed and just touching them up. But aside that, let me see mesh density for this. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Edge flow wacky, but I don't know what was going on here where I had this kind of edge flow. Okay, I think I was trying to have more density of mesh here, but it's cool. I think the mesh flow is good. Something else that I need to think about is back of this space right here. There needs to be something, back here. There's something around here. Undo something back here, but like on mine there's nothing, so I need to think about how I'm going to create something there. For example, like right here there's a window, so I'm just going to delete that face and do the same kind of window thing that we did for the first. I think mirror needs to come first. So with this I can shift D on that, P to separate that selection, and we could easily turn this into a curve and then add depths and then extrude this. Shade smooth on that. That's a little too much depth, so I'm going to bring that down, but the extrusion is still going to be there. So that's perfecto. Right here I can duplicate, Control V. That's fire. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. Should I stop here? I'm thinking, because next time I come, I just want to make all of these things here make sense. Like I want to make all of this part make sense, So is this a good place to stop? I'm not seeing anything that's going on here. GX. Undo. Hmm. Bruh. This thing is making me rethink everything, bro. What can we have in between this place? Like, oh man. Bro, I'm out. I'm out. I'm going to figure it out like off stream or something. So yep. Thank you guys for rocking. Shout out to everybody. So that is about it, guys. So long. And let's see you guys in the next one. Space.